May 25, 2017 marks 8 years since the death of a great Pan-Africanist, Tajudeen Abdul-Raheem, who also served as the chair of the International Governing Council of the Center for Democracy and Development. To commemorate the 8th year of his passing on, a memorial lecture was organized with the theme, Democracy in Africa, Trends and Challenges, as a celebration of the legacy of this great icon who came across as a philosopher, analyst, writer and prodigious orator, who campaigned for the peaceful unification of Africa and was also at the front line of the struggle for Africans' liberation. Speaking at the sidelines of the seminar, these participants want Nigerian leaders to learn from the legacies of the late icon whose life was not pegged on religious, ethnic, race, and class barriers.
He set standards in excellence that lots of younger people, that should inspire lots of younger people. He was the Secretary General of the Global Pan-African Movement and so mobilized the whole of the African continent and contributed in that capacity to democratization across the African continent.
I think what ought to be done right now in Nigeria is to listen to the Emir of Kano, Emir Sanusi, what he's doing, which is to say, is another phase of President Buhari's anti-corruption policy, that there's certain leadership in Nigeria which have to be pushed away from the kinds of anti-progress, anti-good governance that they're promoting.
They also want youth to break every barrier and keep into the vision of the late Pan-Africanist.
You should take knowledge very seriously. Tajudeen was a passionate reader of books, passionate searcher for information and data before uttering an opinion. And he was very sharp with his tongue. After he has gathered his information, he used it very bitingly, especially if it is to promote Africa's interests.
The kinds of opportunities that Taju's generation had, or my generation had, are no longer available to the younger people. And because of that, the younger people cannot do what? Aspire, reimagine themselves, grow, and compete with the rest of the world. I've just told you all of the fields that Taju traversed. How many young Nigerians can see themselves now traversing all of those fields, becoming a Rhodes Scholar, having a PhD from Oxford University, from parents who were poor? I still think, when you ask me what gives you hope about this country today, I'll tell you Nigeria's young people. You know why? Because this country does not have answers for the questions our young people are asking.
Tajudeen, the first Rhodes Scholar from northern Nigeria at the Oxford University in the United Kingdom, died in a car crash in Nairobi, Kenya, on his way to Kigali, Rwanda. He dedicated his life to Africa's democratic architecture, the Pan-African vision and the peaceful unification of the continent. His contribution to the development of democracy in Africa would never be forgotten. Abayomi Akimbola, PTV News.